Good morning, students. Chapter number 2, that is fundamental concepts and terminologies. In that, we have already covered up with the topics like price and value, in that use value, exchange value, then the goods and services, types of the goods, and the 5 types. Then the wealth and the welfare topic. In the wealth, we have done with the characteristics of wealth. Then types of wealth, there are 2 types of wealth we have already done with. Then the welfare, in that also there are 2. So after that, factor of production, that is the land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Now today we are going to see the part 4, that is the trade cycle. In that, the definition of trade cycles, various changes occurrence and the phases of the trade cycle. Now students, in this part 4 we are going to study first related to the types of changes. Now in these types of changes there are 4 types: irregular one, seasonal, long run regular change, and the 4th one the cyclical changes. Now here irregular changes we are going to start with, but if we start any of the business, there must be not always the same period, or we have always the boom period, that is the teji period, and the recession one, that is the mandi. So we need to ready for the recession period also when we are engaged in any of the business activity. So we must have to be ready for the recession period also whenever we are doing such business activities, and there must be changes occurrence there. Sometimes it is a boom period and sometimes maybe it is a recession period also come. So the changes occurs all the time, it is not fixed. Now in that first one, that is the irregular changes. Now irregular changes, students, we are going to term it as, in economics, whatever changes took place due to the accidentally is called the irregular changes. In that we can say it as a natural calamities occurrence like flood, earthquake, storms, we can say fire, we can say. Then right now we are facing the COVID-19, that is the coronavirus. So these are the accidental changes taking place. So they are termed as a irregular changes. Now it may be for the short run or maybe for the long run. Likewise the COVID-19 we can see it's already almost 3 months. Then it may be affect the economy for the short term, but this is going to affect for the long run, because still the business, it is not working as they are working before. So it will take the much more time the economy to balance out. So these are the irregular changes we can say. Now if we take the example like in India, it is possible that the flood are coming in a particular city, then it affects only that particular city. Now in economics, that type of irregular changes create the high level of long-term effects. It may affect for a long period of time. If the floods is there for a week or maybe a 2 week, but it will affect the economy for the long term, we can say as, because for that period of time the business we can say is not continued as before. It is stopped for a particular period of time, and then again to balance out the economy it will take the more time. So we can say as a long term effect then. So this is what in the irregular changes. Now the second one you can see, students, is the seasonal changes. Now we can write in this, that is, in economy, changes occur due to the seasons and create changes in demand, and so the production and the employment also changes because of that. So according to the demand and according to the season, we can predict this seasonal change. As we all know, there is a season like winter, summer and monsoon. Now for the demand for the warm clothes, that is the woolen clothes, we can say the demand for it rises in the winter season. So at that time there will be a more employment as also connected with that type of production work. Then if we come to the summer season, there is a need of the cotton clothes. In the monsoon season there arises the demand for the raincoat, umbrella, or we can say it as during the Uttarayan, the demand for the kite rises. So this can be termed as a seasonal changes. According to the seasons, the changes occurs. So this type of changes are arise at the regular time interval, we can say. So the reason to find out is very much easier of this seasonal change. So demand for the certain goods changes according to the season, and it also affects the employment and the production. Now students, the third one is the long run and regular changes. Now this in economy we can say the process of the changes for the longer period of time in any fixed direction exist, that is going to be termed as a long run regular changes. Now these changes are done for the long time durations, that's why this is termed as a long run changes. Now we can term this as a fashion trend, we can say, as it is lasts for the 5 years, 2 years. So it is for the long period of time, then another fashion trends arises, then you are going to switch off to that. So it continuously goes on for the long period of time, for maybe for the 5, 10 we can say, or 2-3 years. Then we can say it about the government policies is also changes in the term period of the 5 years, so that can also be said as a long run changes. So it is very much slow changes, so no need to find out the reason of it, it can be known only. So you can write regarding the trends, you can write regarding the government policies as an examples for the long run regular changes. Now we'll come to the another point, the last, that is the cyclical changes. Now this cyclical changes, when we are carrying out any of the economic activity, the cyclical changes is going to happen. That is the Teji and Mandi I have speaked out already, that is the boom and the recession period. Whenever we are doing any of the economic activities, for the 6 period of time there is a upward swing, then after suddenly there is a downward swing. So this works as a cycle, we can say. For the 6th term there is a boom period, then again depression, then again the boom period arises. So it's continuously rise and fall in the economic activity. So this can be termed as a cyclical changes. Sometimes it happens that there is an inflation and again there is a recession. So this is a cyclical change, we can say it as. Sometimes it is fixed, but then also it creates the big changes in the economy. So in capitalist country it creates the big changes, we can say. So these are the 4 changes you need to prepare. It comes under the trade cycle, that is the irregular, seasonal change, long run regular changes, and the last one cyclical changes. Now students, we will see regarding the definition of the trade cycle. Now it is described by the economics that the first one you can see, the trade cycle is an interval that embraces the alternating period of prosperity and depression. So whenever the economic activity is carried out, we need to face both the period. Embraces means the acceptance, we need to accept the alternative periods like prosperity, that is the Teji period, that is the boom period, and there is a depression period too, then it is termed as a Mandi also. So both the phases we need to be accept whenever we are doing any of the business activities. So the another one is the trade cycle, are the continuous phases of the good and the bad changes occurring in the economy. This also means the same, both, that is the boom period, good is the boom period, and the bad one is the depression period. We need to face both the things. It runs according to termed as a cyclical changes, we can say. So we need to be ready for both the one, and we need to improve in the depression period, and again we can back to the boom period. So it goes on. So we can say it as a embraces the alternating period of prosperity and depression. Now we are going to see regarding the characteristics of the trade cycle to clarify more. Now first one you can see students, that they depict the dynamic changes in the economy. Now this dynamic changes we can say as a Teji and Mandi, both boom and the recession period, boom both rises whenever we are doing any of the economic activities, or we are doing any of the business activities, we can say it as. So there is always both boom and recession, and this occurs as a cyclical changes. Now they depict the positive and the negative changes in the economy, that is the both Teji and the Mandi. Here also we can say both can be depicted in the economy, not only one. for maybe it rise for the 1 year, then suddenly then after another time that is maybe a negative one, and then it turns again for the positive changes also. So teji mandi we can say both it works in a cyclical way. Then this arises because of the several factors. There are several factors also responsible for the boom and recession period. We can say that irregular changes we have seen that in that flood, then in flood arises, then their economy also, our economy also goes down. So there may arises the recession period, we can say it as. Then because of the fashion trend we can see, if the fashion is there, fashion trend is going on, then there it must be there is a boom period, teji period we can say it as. So again there is a changes occurs in the, we can term it as a negative one. The governor makes certain policies which are beneficial, that period of time also there will be a boom period we can say, teji period we can say. So there are several factors affecting it. Then last one, trade cycle have the various phases, and each phases does not last for a uniform period. These phases we are going to learn the student. This is our last topic, that is the boom, recession, depression and recovery. Now this 4 phases is not going to last for the uniform period. Then it is if it is remain for the 1 year, there is a boom period, then again it will come a recession period, then again it will come a boom period. So it is not for the uniform period, it is not fixed for a particular period of time, we can say it changes goes on. So it can be termed as a trade cycle. So this is what we have seen, that is the characteristics. Now we are going to see the phases of the trade cycle. Now on your screen students you can able to see the phases of the trade cycle. There are 4 phases: boom, recession, depression, recovery. Now as per the economic activity we can say the first is the boom period, then it comes the recession, then the depression, and the last recovery, and again it comes to the boom. So this is the phases of the trade cycle that continuously goes on, we can say. Now the first one you can see is the boom period. We can also say it as a peak period where the economy reaches to its maximum level in that particular period of time. So here the demand increases, we can say, profit also increases. So it is the peak period, we can say. Producers also increases their production activity during this time. So capital investment, we can say, employment also increases. So production is seen at the maximum level in the country. So bank also create at this time their credit creations. So this can be termed as a teji period for the economy. So here it's on the maximum profit for the economy. Now then the period arises of the recessions. Here it comes after the boom period, that is when economic activity peaks in a given period and investment and employment have reached the highest possible level. Now the occurrence of this occurs as we can say it as a slowdown process continues after the boom period. Here what happens, as it slows down, the demand also slows down. We can say it as investments and employment also follow the same. So after the peak period, the downswing also arises, that will be termed as a recession period, in which the demand is slow down, investment and employments also. So employment production also decreases in this recession period. Now after this come down the depression period, that here also slow down in after the recession. So here the slowdown in the recession phase continue to cause a depression also with that, when all the activity reaches a maximum level under those circumstances. Now the third, that is the depression, we can you can able to see in that what will happen. We can say it as there is a no demand, we can say. The buyers, producers and investor confidence at its lowest, we can say it as. So there is no demand, no profit, we can say. It is the price falls to the extreme level, we can say it as. So fall in prices reduces the demands as per the expectations. No such production we can carry out further, or employment also the reduction. So the depression is caused, we can say it as a mandi. There is no such profit arises in this period of time. So it can be termed as a bottom level for all the things, for production, employment and all the economic activities. People are in the crisis in these levels. Now after that it comes the recovery period, that is the expansion or regaining the possessions. So when the depression lasts for some time, again the suppressed demand starts emerging, as there is a certain changes are made accordingly. So then again it comes to the recovery period, we can say it as. So government also take an effort to boost the investment and employment, and certain time there is a technological changes also helps out over here. So in this recovery, the demand, we can say, employment and investment again rises. So again there is a recovery period, and then after it is a boom period arises. So this cycle continuously goes on. If we take an example of the Diwali, that before 2-3 days of the Diwali, there we can term it as a boom period. The people are buying number of things from the market. So there is a teji period, we can say it as. Now at the night of the Diwali, we can term it as a recession period. The people are buying the goods, but not as they are buying before the 1 or 2 days. Then it comes after Diwali, that is on the New Year day, there is a depression period. So from Diwali Diwali after Diwali, for the 5 days we can term it as a depression period. There is a no such buying of a particular things from the market, we can say it as. So it is a depression period, and then after that 5 days again there is a recovery period. Slowly it gradually increases, and then it again come to the boom period. So this trade cycle continuously goes on. These phases are very much important, students. You need to learn it by heart. So here this is our last topic related to the trade cycle. So the whole chapter we have completed, students. That is our second, fundamental concepts and terminologies. So if you are having doubts related to this particular topics, you may ask to me, and prepare the second chapter, students, very thoroughly, and have a nice day. We'll continue the next chapter in our another session.